Channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm reviewing a stock for a company called Cronos Group. The ticker for that is Cron, and I'm going to go through different technicals on the stock, on the chart, and we're also going to look at their cash flows and also going to see who owns the majority of the stock and determine whether this can be opportunity for anybody to be able to get in and make some money on it. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Helps me, keeps me motivated to bring all these videos to you. The idea behind the objective is basically to get all that information we can to be able to make an educated guess, because at the end of the day, everything is speculation. Nobody can predict the price, but there are indicators that can actually help us increase our chances to be able to be successful. So let's get right into it. So the company, so before I get into the company itself, as you know, House has approved a bill to legalize marijuana, and the company we're talking about, it is a marijuana cannabis company, and they've been around since 2016. In terms of the stock has been around since 2016, and it had hit the peak of around $15 or so, but now the stock was around $2 and $3, hovering about $2 and $3, and at this point, while making this video, the stock has around $3.90. Went up plus 26% end of April 1st, which is Friday. The market cap of the company is $1.4 billion. This is a large company, not a small company. On an average, the stocks that are traded are about $2.4 million. Now on Friday, they've done about $3.1 million. And the highest on a 52-week range, from last 52 weeks, the lowest it went is 2.95, and the highest it went is $9.59. And the earnings date here is expected to be between May 5th to May 9th. Right now, the EPS is negative, which means that they're not extremely profitable. But we're gonna see their cash flows and see what's going on with that. So the institutional holdings are at 13.41%. Institutions are the big investors. These are the big companies, manage big portfolios and things like that. They own about 13.41%. They increased their position by 6.7 million, decreased it by 2.8, which means that 87 of these institutional banks bought in 6.7 million shares, and 89 of those institutional banks sold out of the position in 2.8. So they bought more and sold less. And the increased position, as you see here on the bottom of the screen, this is 2.9 million. 42 of them bought in to 2.9 million shares, and 29 of them sold out of 774, which means that is a good indicator that, okay, institutional banks are also looking at the stock after the news. I'm pretty sure these guys are thinking the same thing, that, eventually, because once you have a legalized marijuana, at the end of the day, these companies have potentials, right? In terms of the analysts, they think the stock average is about $4.49, excuse me, and the highest is going to go to 8.78 cents. And the lowest will get to $3. Okay. Now, the average, I think, is $4.49. The stock right now is about $3.90, so it's not too far off what the average the analysts are thinking. And these analysts are from those different institutional banks. They provide their analysis on that. So operating cash flow for the company when they filed their 10K last year, December 31st, 2021, is negative 153,616, which is when you have a negative operating cash flow, which means the operations they do on their side is not really earning them any money right now. Okay, it's a loss on their side. Investing cash flow is how much money they're investing in to be able to buy whatever they need to produce whatever they're producing. Is about 28 million. Finance cash flow is also negative 442 million. And end cash position at 886 million. And now that end cash position could be coming from the last 2020. They had about $1 million. That could be trailing into this next year as well, because from here, financing cash flow, they have not raised any money in 2020 or 2021. In 2019, they raised about 1.8 million. However, they weren't able to increase their position in 2020 and 2021. Okay, now, of course, marijuana being legalized at some point in the future would essentially help them to be able to pitch in their stock and be able to grow that stock. But institutional banks are definitely looking into the stock, and which is a good news. At least they're picking it up, which gives you some leverage in terms of if you were to get in a position. So I do have a support and resistance. Let's start about that. So there will be different indicators I'll be covering. I'll be covering the support and resistance that it has right now. We're gonna cover the Fibonacci retracement and also the RSI and MACD and EMA, the exponential moving average. So let's talk about the support and resistance I have here. Now there is a support of $2.95, which is the lowest point the stock has gotten until from the point they started trading in 2016. Okay. Now there are highest points, but with that being said, right now there is a resistance that was broken just a little bit. It could be a false break, and then it came right back down. Now there's a Fibonacci retracement here, which I drew from March 15th to this point when it hit March 30th. Now it is coming down to 38.2%, as you guys know, right? If it bounces off of 38.2, it could potentially go back to the $4.30. Okay, because if it crosses down, then you have another support at 61.8%, which is $3.49. If it crosses that, of course, it's going to go down to $2 again. But I have a feeling that it might touch that 3.2% and then bounce back up to the $4 and $4.30 mark. There is also another resistance I have here, which is around $6. If it crosses that, whatever we saw here, let me go back to it for a minute. If it crosses that $4 mark, right, and it stays there, not just like this, and it stays there and it's not rising, the next stop is at around $6. Okay. Now these are all speculation based on the indicators. You can't really determine. As I said, nobody can predict the future, but you could definitely use these indicators to give you an idea where it is. As far as the EMA is concerned, the exponential moving average, it is crossed over from 48 period, which means the stock is slightly on a downward shift. And the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, is saying that the stock is residing around 44. Anything below 50 is usually an indicator that the stock might fall a little bit, but it's not tremendously low. Anything below 30, it means the stock is dead for that period. Okay, meaning like if you see a below 30, you will see the price is going to decline and is going to keep declining at that point of time, right? So for example, give you an example right here. This is a 30 minutes chart, okay? And you see this went anything above 70 means the stock is overbought. So for example, right here, the stock price was around $3.63, but when it started rising, see the RSI went above 70, went to 77, and the price almost touched $4.27. So the same thing goes opposite way. If the stock is oversold, we could probably find an example right here. So for example, the price was, is $3.42, $3 or so. And MACD and the RSI has started going down. The price hit the $2.95. So right now it's hovering about 45, which could potentially be, something that I would have to see on Monday what's going to happen to the stock, but it potentially could go up. But if MACD is also indicating, MACD is a moving average conversion diversion, which I zoom in and I can see that it's very close to the signal line. Signal line is what, the indication from the system is that, okay, this is a trend and this is how it's going to go. But MACD is crossed over a little bit and is down here. So we'll have to see on Monday where the stock goes. But as we said, right, we have a Fibonacci retracement. So if the stock does go down, I had to delete the Fibonacci. Let me bring it back up real quick. So on the Fibonacci retracement, you do have, as we said, right, if it goes down to this point where it's $3.80, and if it's bounced back up, you could potentially see a rise. And if it crosses $3.97, then the next stop is going to be $4.17. So again, definitely something to keep on your watch list. I just want to give you all the facts, and you could determine how you want to play this, or if you ever want to invest in it, you could always look at these price points. But I just want to bring this out to you, and if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me a lot to keep me motivated, and I'll be finding all these good stocks that we can invest in and make some money. So talk to you guys in the next video.